This is the thing I don't like about religion, bro. And this I know that they purposely deceive our people. Right? Name one religion that can answer this age-old question. Where was God during slavery? You know? Why can't any religion answer that question for you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans? How you doing, good brother? What's up, buddy? Yeah, he don't want to deal. It's all right. I was being respectful. I was speaking, waving at him. He don't want to deal. You know? Because they know they can't come against the Bible. They don't know shit. That's the thing about Americans. Americans are idiots, bro. Y'all don't know nothing. Like literally nothing. And you got access to all this information. You got access to all this wisdom of the world. All this knowledge. But y'all don't put it to good use. Y'all rather watch porn. Y'all rather be on social media all day. Making TikToks. Right? Being on Facebook and Instagram and like, don't study nothing, bro. Don't do no research. They don't learn anything unless they're forced to learn something. That's why people laugh at you, America. A bunch of idiots who don't know nothing. Like y'all literally don't know anything. But why can't they answer this question? Where was God during slavery time? Because if they had the answer, they will be able to restore your identity. That's my point. If they could answer that question, they would literally be able to tell you what your true nationality is. Literally, I don't mean that in a figurative way. I mean deliberately, bro. They would literally be able to tell you what your true nationality is according to the Bible if they could answer the question, where was God for blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans during slavery? Right? But they don't want to answer that question. They can care less about that question. Right? Because think about it. The pastor benefits off your ignorance. Let's just be honest, bro. Your Christian pastor, right? All y'all pastors, y'all priests, the people y'all look up to, the people who y'all lean to in a sense of counsel and learning the Bible and getting your wisdom and knowledge and understanding of the Bible, right? They benefit from your ignorance. They benefit from your lack of knowledge, because if you knew you were an Israelite, you wouldn't be in them church buildings. You will understand that it's a reason why churches are set up on every damn corner in a black and Latino neighborhood. It's a lot. You will understand why churches are on every corner in a black and Latino neighborhood. And why they got a 501c3 tax. The white man don't play about his taxes, bro. So if he's allowing you to be exempt from taxes, you gotta be doing a service to him, bro. He gotta be benefiting from your work. You know how many people went to jail behind tax evasion? This man don't play about his taxes. And the people who take your taxes, like they're a foreign entity. Even more reason to not give a fuck and not play around with people when it comes to the tax money that they need to collect. But they just happen to give this church, who's a non-profit, right, which is a multi-million-dollar business, by the way, an exemption on taxes. Why? Because they work for the government. They're doing the work of the so-called white man, deceiving people, keeping our people asleep, lying, bro. Like literally lying and telling you the opposite of the Bible. So if they could answer that question, right? Where was God for blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans during slavery times? They will be able to give you your nationality back. Let's prove that. Jeremiah chapter 5, in verse 19. And it shall come to pass, meaning in the future this is going to happen, when ye shall say, wherefore doeth the Lord our God all these things unto us? So it shall come to pass in the future, right, where you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans say to yourselves, why are we in slavery? Why did God allow our people to be held captive by so-called white people? Right? This is what's being said. And it shall come to pass, when ye shall say, wherefore doeth the Lord our God all these things unto us, then shalt thou answer them. So this is supposed to be the answer. This is what we're supposed to be able to tell our people. Like as ye have forsaken me and served strange gods in your land, so shall ye serve strangers in a land that is not yours. There you go. The answer to the age-old question, where was God for blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans during the time of slavery? You got your answer right then and there. The same way we disobey God, the same way we forsook the Most High to serve strange gods, right, to worship the gods of these heathen, of these other nations, like Jesus Christ, right, like Allah, right, like Jehovah. The Most High said, so shall ye serve strangers in a land that is not yours. Who is that talking about? Who is that talking about? What race of people are currently in a land that does not belong to them, serving their enemies for the want of all things? It's not a trick question. It's not rocket science. It's blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. God's chosen people. The Lord put these curses on us because we disobeyed him. We forsook him. We did not hearken unto his word. So he allowed these heathen to come up high, right? To rise above us and to oppress us. Right? Let's further prove that. Let's get Baruch, bro. Baruch. Chapter 6. Salah. Baruch chapter 4, verse 6. Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved God to wrath, ye were delivered unto your enemies. That's powerful, bro. I ain't gonna lie, we gotta read that again, bro. That's powerful. Baruch chapter 4, verse 6. Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved God to wrath, ye were delivered unto your enemies. So the reason why we were sold on auctioning blocks, as you see here, right? This is an auctioning block sign, where it's advertising different men and women, young women, old men, old women, babies. Like it's advertising the product, which at the time the product was you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Letting you know you can come to this specific location and we gonna be selling Negroes on an auctioning block on this day, right? The history y'all want us to forget about. But guess what? Ain't no forgetting about what you so-called white people did to us. Ever. Ever. Okay? Let's get that. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 7. Remember the days of old. That's what the Most High said. Remember the days of old. He didn't say forget about your past, forget about what they did to you, right? It's crazy they want us to forget about slavery, but remind us every damn year about the World Trade Center being knocked down. You're gonna make sure I don't forget that. You got a big ass piece of metal sitting right on that concourse, bro. You're gonna make sure I don't forget about 9/11, but you want me to forget about this? Donald Trump mad about this picture? Right? You want me to remember the Holocaust, though, right? What happened to the Jewish man, right? And what Adolf Hitler did to them. But you want me to forget about my past and my tribulations and my ancestors and what we had to go through in America. No way, man. No way. It's not happening, bro. Okay? And they don't feel bad, by the way. They like literally don't feel bad. Like you can see it in their faces, bro. Claudio Udi, okay? So-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true biblical bloodline descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You're not a real Jew, okay? You're a convert. You don't fit none of the curses in this Bible. None of them. You don't even believe in the Torah. You follow the Talmud. And you know you do. You don't trace your lineage through your mother. You trace your lineage through your father according to the Bible. You should know that already. See, but you're not practitioners of the Word of God. Okay? These devils are pretending to be us. Him and his whole family, bro. They are literally pretending to be you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's how royal our bloodline is, bro. That's how rich our heritage is. That these people stole our nationality and do everything in their power to suppress our true identity, to keep us in darkness. You ain't gonna tell me they get excited the more they see so-called African Americans running around calling themselves black people. They love it. They love it because then they get to take off with your identity. But no, you niggas are proud African Americans. You're not an African American. How? Make it make sense. You damn sure ain't black. Black is a color. Right. How you feeling, brother?
Just saying.
Yes, sir.
There is no such thing as race. We are all the
Okay,
same.
come around here. Come around here. Now I'm listening to you. Talk to me. Because we can deal.